The United States moving forward with tariffs on $200 billion in imported goods from China, including things like cotton, seafood, and tobacco. China vowing to retaliate over the newest escalation in this trade dispute. Joining me now, the Office of Trade and Manufacturing Policy Director, Peter Navarro. Peter, good to see you this morning. You heard all the good news.
Giddy up, yeah.
that both Lindsay and Kevin were talking about.
For a horse.
But these are, what can you tell us about China coming back to the table, the vice premier coming to the United States about continued talks? Can you give us any insight into when and if that's going to happen?
The Chinese indicated they wanted to talk. We're happy to listen. It's no secret what needs to happen, Dagan. There's a long list. My office at the White House prepared a report that had over 50 different unfair trade practices the Chinese engage in. The United States Trade Representative did the report on the 301 investigation, which documented how China steals our technology, how they force the transfer, and literally dozens and dozens of unfair trade practices. So the Chinese need to know what they do. I think the markets are getting this right in the sense that this is the time for China to be held accountable for its non-market economy behavior, for its cheating. Going forward, we can't have a healthy global economy if one of the biggest economies is basically a predator. So let's see what happens. But these tariffs are a necessary defense against the behavior of China, and good for President Trump. It takes both courage and vision to do this. We went through two presidencies going back to 2001, where the Chinese had their way with the American economy. We lost over 70,000 factories, 5 million manufacturing jobs. Now we've got a really strong economy, and it's tax policy, it's trade policy, it's regulatory policy, it's this president.
Well, Peter, with this is a 10% tariff, and correct me if this is wrong. This is based on the reporting so far, 10% tariff, and then it taking effect September 24th, then rising 25% at the end of this year. But this will be, for really the first time, tariffs on a broad swath of consumer goods. And we listed some of them earlier, seafood, luggage, just to name a couple. I'm sure you've had conversations about this, but what do you think will be the impact on consumers? How will consumers react to these higher prices, if you will?
Well, the bigger picture here is these tariffs will lead to some what we call import substitution. In other words, we'll start making some of that stuff here. Every week at the White House, I have groups come in to talk to me about how the Chinese are just playing unfair and driving them into the ground and putting them out of business. If we have those tariffs in place, American companies will be able to make things, and American workers will make them with their hands. So that's a good thing. We'll also see some shift to other countries, which is fine. We are free traders. What we don't like is when a country like China puts 25% tariffs on our autos and expects to be able to sell into this market at 2.5%. So we'll see. We'll basically see some adjustments. In the scheme of things, the macroeconomic effects are negligible to positive because we need to restructure this economy and stop the Chinese predation. Europe's getting hurt, Japan's getting hurt, South Korea's getting hurt, we're getting hurt when China dumps steel or aluminum or autos or robotics into world markets and depresses prices and puts people out of work around the globe.
Well, because I've been critical of the steel tariffs, and you know that, but do you see a point when those steel tariffs and those aluminum tariffs will be lifted on our allies? I know that we're still in negotiations with Europe and particularly with Canada this week, but do you have a date at which you would like to remove those steel tariffs and aluminum tariffs?
So that's a great question, Dagan. And let's be clear about the purpose of the steel and aluminum tariffs. It's not to punish our allies or anybody. It's simply to defend two key pillar industries that are critical to national security. So what we need to do is we need to reduce the amount of imports that are flooding into this market so we can have healthy steel and aluminum industries. And so our allies, Canada and Mexico, have been offered quotas in lieu of tariffs, and we hope that will happen as part of the NAFTA negotiations. But under no circumstances can we simply let any country, whoever it is, be free from tariffs or quotas, because they would simply become transshipment points for all the steel that's out there, and it's a huge overcapacity. I'll tell you what, Dagan, those steel and aluminum tariffs are working beautifully for this country. We're seeing a wave of new investment in both of those industries. We're seeing wages go up. Those are good-paying jobs in communities that desperately need those jobs, and it's been a highly successful policy, as has been the solar tariffs and the dishwasher tariffs, and this China policy.
But Peter, I can put you on the phone with some manufacturers, small manufacturers who are facing higher costs because of those steel tariffs, and I'm not going to speak for them, but they will beg to differ with that. And there are concerns. You saw it in the Beige Book last week that districts noted concerns prompted some businesses. This was about tariffs, to scale back or postpone capital investment. We don't want to see that in this economy.
Totally agree with you, but let's make sure that we, particularly on a program like this, look at the data rather than the anecdotes.
Right, and listen, I will freely admit that a lot of this information that you're hearing is anecdotal. It's concerns. It's people saying, I'm worried, but in terms of it showing up in a significant way in the stock market or even in the economy, even in profits, you just aren't seeing it. But continue.
And for good reason, Dagan, because the President Donald J. Trump, has figured out long ago that we need to defend this country from unfair trade practices. The ideal here is free trade. Zero tariffs, zero subsidies, zero non-tariff barriers, zero currency manipulation. We'd love to be in that world, but we're not. And every country around the world basically takes advantage of us in some way. I mean, Germany, for example, 10% tariffs on autos, 2.5% here. China, I mean, they're like tariff land.
Yeah,
on,
but
on
I'll
the
push back on that, because we've got
Sure.
a 25% tariff on imported light trucks in this country, and that's. So if we're going to talk about tariffs, Europe doesn't like those.
Yeah, but what's interesting about that, Dagan, is that's one of the most healthy segments of this economy, and it speaks to the point, going back to William McKinley, that tariffs can be a good thing for America. So this is the world we live in. But I think the bigger picture
the
here.
unions love it. The auto workers union loves it for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, the non-union works down in places like South Carolina love it too. Trust me on that.
That's true. BMW makes in South Carolina makes its the small crossover vehicles, the SUVs down there.